Hello, I'm JT Quicks. I love you all. You're all awesome. Okay? This week, we're going to talk about how prejudice and hate, evil, causes anxiety, depression, and suicide. Okay? And how to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about this week. Okay? So, 13 years ago, I accidentally delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? I was being attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. I was being attacked by evil. Okay? Alright? We get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? I see the truth in real time. I see Satan. Satan can't hide from me. Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? Alright? And I'm going to explain a lot of that. Okay? I fight evil for Jesus Christ. Okay? I fight evil for Jesus Christ. Okay? I'm actually a warrior for heaven. Okay? Alright? Because what happens is, when you increase the forces of your love, that fights prejudice and hate. When you increase the forces of your love. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to do this in the video. Okay? Alright? So, I was attacked by evil because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? And when I was attacked by evil, I went into mental illness. Okay? Alright? Because I'm prejudged and hated. Okay? Because I'm prejudged and hated, I have anxiety and depression. Okay? Alright? Because I was attacked by prejudice and hate. Okay? I was attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? For delivering my soul to heaven. I was attacked by evil. Okay? That caused my anxiety and depression. Okay? Alright? When a person is prejudged and hated, this hurts them. Okay? This hurts them emotionally. Okay? When a person is prejudged and hated. When a person is prejudged and hated, this hurts them emotionally. Okay? I know how it feels to be attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? Alright? I live in a world that hates me because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, what happens is, this is what happens. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love, this is what happens. Okay? This is what happens to me. Okay? Because I increased the forces of my love and delivered my soul to heaven, this is what happens to me. Okay? Fear reacts against the forces of my love. Okay? Fear reacts against the forces of my love. Okay? And when fear reacts against the forces of my love, this hurts their prejudice. Okay? And when this hurts their prejudice, then what happens is, this drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives them mad. Okay? And when this drives them mad, then they prejudge and hate. Okay? Then they will prejudge and hate me. Okay? Because I am prejudged and hated. Okay? Alright? And because I'm prejudged and hated, I live in anxiety and depression. Okay? Because I am prejudged and hated. Okay? Alright? So, I live in a world that hates me because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? I follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Alright? So, and what happens is, when you go to deliver your soul to heaven, you will increase the forces of your love. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love, that's going to react against fear. Because Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? And because Satan is the spirit of fear, all your evil is created from fear. Okay? Your hate is created from fear. Predijudgitism is created from fear. The prejudgment is created from the predijudgitism. And evil is created from that. Okay? Alright? And that's how we get attacked. Okay? When we go to deliver our soul to heaven. Because you enter the war for heaven. This is a war. This is not a religion. Okay? This is a war. Alright? And I see the truth in real time. So I see the entire spiritual war. Okay? In real time. Okay? And I see what is keeping your souls out of heaven. Okay? And what's keeping your souls out of heaven is prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate. The reason prejudgment is there is to keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? The prejudgment keeps you in fear. Okay? And this keeps your love weak in fear. Okay? Alright? Now, what that does, that keeps love weak in fear. That's what evil does. See, the reason evil is there is to keep your love weak in fear. Okay? The reason evil is there is to make you give up so you don't deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? That's the reason evil is there. Okay? Alright? Now, I love you because I want you to win. Okay? I love you because I want you to win. We love you because we want you to win. Okay? And Jesus Christ love in heaven. We love you. We pray for you. We cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Alright? We love you because we want you to win. Okay? Jesus Christ's love in heaven is the forces of love. Okay? That's the forces of love. Alright? And I'm going to show you how to increase the forces of your love so you can fight evil and deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? That's what I'm going to show you in this video. Okay? In a little while. Alright? Okay? Now, how evil causes mental illness and suicide, let's talk about that. Okay? What happens with that is, see, when a person gets attacked by evil, this hurts them emotionally, okay? Because they're being prejudged and hated. And when a person gets prejudged and hated, this hurts them emotionally, okay? And because it hurts them emotionally, it tries to make them give up. That's what it does. It tries to make them give up because it hurts them emotionally. So when they act on their emotion, a lot of them give up. Okay? When they give up, they commit suicide. Okay? Alright? So, that's how evil causes mental illness and suicide. Okay? What it does is it hurts them emotionally. When a person is prejudged and hated, it hurts them emotionally. Okay? Alright? That causes anxiety, panic attacks, depression, stress. emotional stress, and paranoia. Okay? That's what I had when I was attacked by evil. I had these 5 things. I had anxiety, panic attacks. I went into a deep depression. I was stressed to where it hurt. Okay? Emotionally. And I had paranoia. That's what happened to me. This evil caused my mental illness. And when I go to explain this to others, they don't want to listen. Okay? They don't believe it. They don't believe because their love is weak in fear. That's why they don't believe. They don't believe because their love is weak in fear. Okay? And because your love is weak in fear, you'll tend to act more emotional. Okay? All right? So, and that's what happens. Okay? Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? All your evil is created from fear. Hate is created from fear. Predijudgitism is created from fear. The prejudgment is created from the predijudgitism, and evil is created from that. Okay? Alright? Let me explain what predijudgitism is, okay? Predijudgitism is the evil corruption that Jesus Christ was going after when he was alive. Okay? Jesus Christ was going after this corruption when he was alive. Okay? But he was attacked by evil before he could show you how to deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? That is a message I received from heaven 13 years ago when my soul entered heaven. Is that Jesus was attacked by evil before he can show you how to deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? And another message I learned from heaven 13 years ago is that Jesus is unbreakable. Alright? He's unbreakable. Cannot be broken. His love cannot be broken. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love, you cannot be broken. Okay? Alright? Because evil's going to try to break you. Alright? That's what evil does. Evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. That's what evil does. Evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. Okay? Alright? So, and that's what evil does. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love, this is how you increase the forces of your love. You believe in yourself, and you never give up to win against evil. Okay? Alright? And that will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Alright? And another important thing is only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Okay? Only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Do not bow and break to anything else. Okay? That's very important. Alright? We do not bow and break to predijudgitism and hate. We do not bow and break to hate and corruption. Okay? Alright? That's evil. Okay? Alright? Satan is the spirit of fear. Fear goes against 2 things. Fear is not allowed in heaven because Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? So you want to remove your fear. Okay? That when you increase the forces of your love, you're going to remove your fear. Okay? Alright? Because Satan is the spirit of fear. Fear goes against 2 things. Fear goes against you believing in yourself and believing in heaven. Okay? When you remove your fear, you will start to believe in heaven again. Okay? When you remove your fear. Okay? Alright? Because that's what evil does. See, evil keeps your love weak in fear. As long as you're in fear, you are under Satan's control. Okay? Live in fear defend Satan. Remove your fear, defend heaven. If you live in fear, you are programmed by Satan to attack heaven with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. If you live in fear. Okay? All right? Now, prejudice is the evil corruption that Jesus Christ was going after when he was alive. I just want to explain that to you again so you understand what this is. This evil corruption is what is keeping your love weak because you live in fear. See, this evil corruption is created from fear. So by living in fear, that's keeping your love weak because this evil corruption is created from the fear. Okay? All right? And this evil corruption is known as prejudice and hate. Okay? Is created from fear. Okay? All right? So when you remove your fear, you will remove your prejudice and your hate. Okay? When you remove your fear. Okay? All right? When you remove your fear, you will stop prejudging and hating others. When you remove your fear. Because you remove the evil corruption out of your love. Okay? All right? And you do this through believing in yourself and never giving up to win against evil. Okay? All right? That's going to make you powerful and unbreakable, just like Jesus Christ. Okay? Because you're following Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? When you follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil, this is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven. While delivering your soul to heaven, you'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. When you defend love and freedom with its forces of love, you'll be defending heaven. Okay? All right? So, okay? Now, we get attacked by prejudice and hate. We're prejudged and hated. Okay? We get prejudged and hated when we increase the forces of our love. Okay? We get prejudged and hated when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. We get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? All right? I was attacked by this. I was constantly attacked by this. That's how I know the truth. I know the truth when it comes to fighting evil. When it comes to fighting evil, I know the truth. Okay? When it comes to fighting evil. When it comes to the truth from heaven, I know the truth from heaven. Okay? I gathered all my intelligence comes from heaven. Because I'm in the war for heaven. Okay? I am in the war for heaven. Okay? I am going to win when I die. Because I'm in the war for heaven. I am a warrior for heaven. Okay? Alright? I've been in this war for a long time. Okay? I was constantly attacked by this evil. Constantly. Okay? I was constantly attacked by this evil. I know the truth. Okay? And I'm going to explain this to you. Okay? I love you because I want you to win. Okay? I want you to win. We, at Jesus Christ, love in heaven, we want you to win. Okay? Jesus Christ's love in heaven is the forces of love. Okay? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Jesus Christ always has your back when you get attacked by evil. Okay? Alright? So, okay? Now I'm going to explain the war for heaven. Okay? A long, 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 long time ago, a war started against heaven. Okay? Now, back before this war started, this was back before civilization. This is long before Jesus Christ. Okay? Alright? Yous were delivering your souls to heaven. Okay? This is back when you were caveman, cavewoman, Indians, things like that. Yous were delivering your soul to heaven because you had to survive. Because you had to survive in the wild. Okay? And when you had to survive in the wild, you had to win. Okay? To survive in the wild, you had to win. Okay? You never give up to win. Okay? Alright? Winners don't quit, quitters don't win. Okay? You had to win to survive in the wild. Okay? And that kept your soul in heaven while you were alive. Okay? They always believed in themselves. Yes, they can. And they had to win. Okay? They had to never give up to win. Okay? And that kept their soul in heaven while they were alive. That means they were unconditional love. Okay? Alright? They didn't live in fear. Okay? Because they had to survive in the wild. Alright? So when you gotta survive, you gotta win to survive. Okay? Alright? Okay? Never give up to win. And that kept their soul in heaven while they were alive. That kept them unbreakable, actually. Okay? Alright? And then what happened was, they say Satan got kicked out of heaven. Okay? Alright? They say Satan got kicked out of heaven. When Satan got kicked out of heaven, you all went into fear. Okay? You all went into fear. And when you all went into fear, you stopped delivering your souls to heaven. Okay? That broke the instinct. Okay? Because that's what that was. That was an instinct. Okay? That broke the instinct. And what happened was you stopped delivering your souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? And let's see, what's created from fear? Hate's created from fear. Because you all went into fear. So hate's created from fear. Predijudgitism is created from fear. Prejudgment is created from the predijudgism. Okay? And evil is created from that. Okay? That's when evil was created. Okay? When the war started against heaven. Okay? And as civilization traveled throughout the world, and throughout the land, and throughout the world, so did fear and evil, keeping your souls out of heaven. Okay? Alright? Things like socialism, communism, and dictatorships, these keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? These are evil. These keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? Things like socialism, communism, and dictatorships. These are evil. These keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? Alright? So, yeah. That's pretty much the war for heaven. Okay? Alright? Alright, what else? You're living in a continuous cycle. Okay? Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate creates fear. Okay? Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is created from fear. Okay? So, evil creates fear. Fear creates evil. Okay? That's a vicious cycle. Okay? That vicious cycle is keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? Well, I'm going to show you how to break that cycle in this video. Okay? Alright? So, that vicious cycle is keeping your soul out of heaven. What's keeping your soul out of heaven is prejudice and hate is keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? And I'm going to show you how. We fight prejudice and hate. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love. When you increase the forces of your love, that fights prejudice. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love. That hurts prejudice when you increase the forces of your love. Because you're fighting prejudice. That's why it hurts prejudice. Okay? I hurt prejudice. I have the testimonials to prove it. Okay? I'm not going to explain those testimonials in this video, but I will explain them in another video. Okay? Alright? I mean, I hurt prejudice. I actually had, before I put this shirt on, I had women run away from me in fear. Woman, run away from me in fear. Okay? Alright? Because I'm hated and rejected. Woman, run away from me in fear. Okay? While I was out singing. Yeah. And then I saw tears of prejudice. I could actually see the fear in their eyes. I could see their eyes get glassy, and you can see the fear in their eyes. Okay? That's called tears of prejudice. I actually saw that because I hurt their prejudice. Okay? Because I hurt their prejudice. Alright? Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? And this happens because I delivered my soul to heaven. That's why this happened to me. Okay? Alright? Because I joined with Jesus Christ, love in heaven. Okay? Because I delivered my soul to heaven. Alright? Let's see, what else did I see? Fist clenching. I got punched in the face several times. Yeah, for no reason at all. They just punched me in the face. No reason at all. Didn't know them. They just punched me in the face. Because they didn't like me. Yeah. Fist clenching. That's what fist clenching. That's when Satan orders them to attack me. That's called fist clenching. Okay? And I was punched in the face several times. Okay? Alright? Those are the testimonials that I saw. Okay? Because I was attacked by evil. Okay? I am prejudged and hated. I am prejudged and hated. I live in a world that hates me because I delivered my soul to heaven. I live in a world that hates me because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? Because I am prejudged and hated. Alright? Okay? Because the forces of my love is fighting prejudice and hate. The forces of my love is fighting prejudice and hate. That's why I fight evil for Jesus Christ. Okay? And this is why I'm explaining to you how to fight evil. Okay? Alright? Okay? We get attacked by evil a couple different ways. Okay? Let's say you're a group of people or a country. Okay? Now evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. Okay? Just remember, evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. Okay? So what happens is, let's say you're a group of people or a country. Okay? Let's say you're a group of people or a country. Okay? Let me tell you what heaven is first, before I explain this part. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. When you think of Jesus Christ, think of a pure love and freedom for your soul. Okay? Because that's what you become when you deliver your soul to heaven. You become a love and freedom Okay? You actually become part of a love and freedom. Your soul becomes part of a love and freedom when you deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? So heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. That's what Jesus Christ is. He's a pure love and freedom for your soul. Okay? Because that's what his soul is at. Okay? I learned the truth about Jesus Christ from heaven. Okay? Alright? Alright. Different ways we get attacked. Okay? Let's say you're a group of people or a country. Okay? You're a group of people or a country and you get attacked by evil. You get attacked by terrorism. You're all familiar with terrorism, right? You've heard of terrorism before. Well, that attacks love and freedom and creates fear. Okay? When a group of people or a country get attacked by evil, they get attacked by terrorism. They're being attacked by evil when they get attacked by terrorism. Okay? Alright? Okay? Now let's say an individual gets attacked by evil. Okay? One individual. A single person. When a single person gets attacked by evil, they get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. They get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? This also attacks their love and freedom and creates fear on them. Okay? It tries to break them. That's known as breaking. Okay? It tries to break them into fear. That's what it does. Okay? Alright? When an individual gets attacked by evil, they get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? When they get attacked by evil. Repeat after me. Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is evil. Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is evil. Okay? We get attacked by this when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, that's why we get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, let's see. Things that are created from fear. Hate's created from fear. Prejudice is created from fear. The prejudgment is created from the prejudice, and that creates evil. Okay? So that's how evil is created. Okay? Alright? You got terrorism. Terrorism is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Terrorism is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Terrorism. Okay? And that's also created from fear. Because the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is created from fear. Okay? All the bad stuff you see going on around the world is created from fear. Because Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? The devil is fear. Satan is fear. Okay? Just know that. Okay? Alright? Okay? And what happens is, because Satan is the spirit of fear, we get attacked by prejudice and hate. Because what happens is, the forces of your love, fear is going to react against the forces of your love. It's either going to fight or it's going to flight. Okay? Alright? When it comes to fear, it's either going to fight or it's going to flight. Okay? When it fights, it attacks you with prejudice and hate. When it fights. When it flights, it runs away. Okay? Alright? So, okay? What else? Where you have hate and corruption, you have pain and suffering. Okay? Hate and corruption is evil. Okay? Alright? Hate and corruption is prejudice and hate. Okay? Alright? So, where you have hate and corruption, you have pain and suffering. Okay? Now, in order to fight back hate and corruption, we need to increase the forces of love. When we increase the forces of love, we will fight back hate and corruption. Okay? This also fights back prejuditism and hate, which is evil. Okay? This is how we fight prejuditism and hate. This is how we fight evil. We increase the forces of love. Okay? If everybody was to deliver their soul to heaven correctly, we can wipe the evil off this planet. If everybody was to deliver their soul to heaven correctly, we can wipe the evil off this planet. Okay? Alright? So we gotta let you know that. Okay? What else? All the chaos you see, that's created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, which is created from fear. Okay? All the chaos you see. Okay? The hate and corruption is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, which is created from fear. Okay? You being a sinner, that's created from your own corruption within you. You have that corruption in you, prejudice and hate. You have the corruption in you. And because you have this corruption in you, that makes you a sinner. That's what makes you a sinner, is having prejudice and hate in you. Because your love is weak in fear. Because your love is weak in fear, you will prejudge and hate others because your love is weak in fear. That's what makes us prejudge and hate others, because love is weak in fear. Love is weak in fear. That's why we live in prejudgment, because love is weak in fear. We live in prejudgment because love is weak in fear. Okay? All right? This is what makes you a sinner. What makes you a sinner is you got that corruption. Prejuditism is the corruption. Okay? Now, when you remove your fear, you're going to remove this corruption. Okay? All right? When you remove your fear, you'll remove the corruption known as prejudice and hate. You'll remove this corruption. When you remove this corruption, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? All right? When you stop prejudging and hating others, then you're going to become a non-sinner, and your soul's going to enter heaven. Did you know when you remove all your fear, your soul enters heaven? When you remove all your fear. Because Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? When you remove all your fear, your soul enters heaven. Okay? Alright? What did I say? Live in fear, defend Satan. Remove your fear, defend heaven. Okay? If you live in fear, you are programmed by Satan to attack heaven with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. If you live in fear. Okay? If you remove your fear, you're going to defend love and freedom with its forces of love. That means you'll be defending heaven. Okay? When you remove your fear. Okay? Alright? What else can we explain? Yeah. Okay? That's what makes you a sinner, is this corruption. And the corruption is known as prejudice and hate. People have this corruption in them. Now, in order to remove this corruption, we remove the fear. Okay? This is probably the most important part of the video, is right here. Okay? When you remove your fear, you're going to remove the corruption out of your love. Okay? Because what did I say? When you remove your fear, you're going to increase the forces of your love. The forces of your love will increase when you remove your fear. It's not your fear. It's actually Satan. Is what it is. Okay? Alright? So what happens is, you're actually picking faith over fear. Okay? Alright? Which is pretty good. Which pretty much explains a lot of it. Okay? Because fear is bad. All your evil is created from fear. I mean, it already tells you that. So why would you want any fear in you? if all your evil is created from fear. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to remove your fear. Because when you remove your fear, that removes all your corruption out of your love. When you remove your fear, that corruption gets removed. The corruption will get removed when you remove your fear. Okay? Alright? This will make you a non-sinner, and your soul enters heaven. Okay? That's what I did. That's how I delivered my soul to heaven. I followed Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? And this is what I'm showing you how to do in my videos. I'm showing you how to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Jesus Christ was fighting evil when he was alive. Okay? When he was alive, he was hurting prejudice and hate. The forces of his love was fighting prejudice and hate. Whether he knew it or not, the forces of his love was fighting prejudice and hate. That's why he hurt their prejudice. Jesus hurt their prejudice. Okay? Alright? And because Jesus hurt their prejudice, this is why he was prejudged and hated. That's why he was prejudged and hated. Because he hurt their prejudice. I learned the truth about Jesus Christ from heaven. Okay? Now Jesus Christ, the forces of his love was fighting prejudice when he was alive. Because he hurt their prejudice. Fear reacted against his love. It hurt their prejudice, driving the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards. He drove them mad. He drove them mad. Then they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? That's the truth. That is the truth from heaven. Okay? Alright? I'm going to give you a little more about that truth a little later in the video. Okay? Alright? What else? What you want to do is you want to remove your fear. That is the most important thing. You want to remove your fear. Okay? Alright? What you're doing is, this is what you're doing. You're delivering yourself out of evil. That's what you're doing when you remove your fear. You're delivering yourself out of evil. Okay? And into heaven. That's what you're doing. When you follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. You're delivering yourself out of evil and into heaven. Okay? Alright? What did I say? Live in fear, defend Satan. Remove your fear, defend heaven. Okay? When you deliver your soul to heaven correctly, this is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. When you're defending love and freedom with its forces of love, you're defending heaven. Okay? Alright? Okay? Alright, so let's move on to the next section of the video. Okay? How to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. First thing I want you to do is believe in yourself. Okay? Alright? I want you to believe in yourself. It's very important you believe in yourself. And yes, you can deliver your soul to heaven. Because what's keeping your soul out of heaven is prejudice and hate. Evil. That's what's keeping your soul out of heaven. Evil and fear is keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? And we're going to go against this. Okay? We're going to rise against this. That's what I'm going to show you how to do in this. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do is believe in yourself. Okay? Yes, you can deliver your soul to heaven, and never ever give up to win against evil. I want you to never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? Now what that's going to do, believing in yourself removes the fear. Believing in yourself removes the fear. Okay? Becoming unbreakable, right? Right? Never giving up to win against evil, that's going to make you unbreakable. Now, becoming unbreakable is going to keep the fear out. So, we're going to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. We're going to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. Okay? All right? Because, see, evil breaks you into fear. If you become unbreakable, evil's not going to be able to break you into fear anymore. Okay? All right? So what that's going to do, that's going to make you powerful and unbreakable. Just like Jesus Christ. Okay? Now you keep doing this, what's going to happen is the forces of your love, it's going to increase. The forces of your love will increase because you're removing the fear and you're keeping the fear out. Okay? So the forces of your love is going to increase. What blocks you from seeing the truth from heaven is fear. That's what blocks you from seeing the truth from heaven. You'll be delivering your soul to the truth in heaven. That's what blocks you from seeing the truth in heaven is your own fear. That's why you want to remove the fear. Okay? All right? So what's going to happen is you're going to remove this fear and we're going to keep the fear out. Okay? Don't fear God. They got you fearing God. Don't fear God. That is the worst thing you can do is fear God. Okay? I want you to make God your best friend. Okay? I want you to make Jesus Christ your best friend. Okay? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you. We pray for you. We cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Now, what do I mean by cheerlead your soul to heaven? We believe in you. It's the other way around. Okay? We believe in you, that you can. That you can do it. Okay? All right? All right? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Jesus Christ always has your back. You can talk to Jesus Christ like you're talking to a friend. I used to do it all the time when I was talking to myself. Okay? So, you can talk to Jesus Christ like you're talking to a friend. Okay? You can pray. That works too. Okay? But I talk to Jesus Christ like I'm talking to a friend. Jesus Christ is my best friend. I made Jesus Christ my best friend. I don't fear God. Okay? Alright? Judgment. You don't have to fear judgment. You want to know why you don't have to fear judgment? Because there is no judgment in the forces of love. You're delivering your soul to the truth. You're delivering your soul to heaven while you're alive. Your soul's going to enter heaven while you're alive. That's why there is no judgment in the forces of love. Okay? So you don't have to fear judgment. Okay? And death. You don't have to fear death. You want to know why you don't have to fear death? Because you never give up the win against evil. Never ever give up the win. Never ever give up the win against evil. Never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? That's going to keep you unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, that means you're going to win when you die. As long as you stay unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, that means you're going to win when you die. Okay? So you don't have to fear death. If you know you're going to win when you die, you're not going to fear death. Okay? All right? Okay? And do what they say can't be done. Now, what do I mean by do what they say can't be done? I want you to bust the laws of prejudicism. Okay? The laws of prejudicism, things like I can't, I cannot, you can't, you cannot, that's impossible. Those are the laws of prejudicism. Okay? I want you to bust the laws of prejudicism. Okay? They're there to make you give up. They're there to make you give up. Your own fear causes you to give up. Did you know that? Your own fear causes you to give up. That's why you got to remove your fear. Because if you remove all your fear, you're not going to give up. Okay? All right? The laws of prejudicism. I want you to bust the laws of prejudicism. I want you to break evil. I don't want evil breaking you. I want you to break evil. I want you to break evil. Okay? All right? That means you're going to win. Okay? When you break evil, that means you're going to win. Okay? All right? And I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. I do not bow and break to anything else. That is very important that you do that. That is one of the most important things that you got to do, is only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Don't bow and break to anything else. Okay? All right? I do not bow and break to prejudice and hate. I do not bow and break to hate and corruption. That is evil. Okay? All right? And what's going to happen is, as you're removing more and more and more of your fear, you're going to start seeing more and more of the truth from heaven. So you'll start learning the difference between good and evil from heaven. Just like I learned. I learned the difference between good and evil from heaven. I actually learned how to fight evil from heaven. Okay? I learned how to fight evil from heaven. Okay? When I increase the forces of my love. Okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to learn the difference between good and bad. Okay? Right away. Okay? And then as you keep doing this, you're going to start learning the difference between the forces of love and evil. You'll start learning the difference. You'll start seeing the truth in real time. Okay? You'll start seeing the truth in real time. Okay? And then what's going to happen is you're going to overcome. Okay? You're going to start overcoming. You'll start to overcome. Okay? I overcame drinking a long time ago. Okay? What else? The biggest thing I want you to overcome is suicide. I want you to overcome suicide. Okay? So what did I say? Evil is there to make you give up. That's the reason it's there. The reason evil is there is to make you give up. That's the reason evil is there. Is to make you give up. Okay? And commit suicide. I don't want you committing suicide. I want you to never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? All right? And I want you to overcome suicide. Okay? I want you to remove your fear and overcome suicide. Okay? That's the hardest thing you got to overcome is suicide. Okay? I overcame all my bad habits. Okay? For example, I overcame all my bad habits, all of them. Okay? I even overcame mental illness when I started fighting evil. When I started fighting evil and realized that evil causes mental illness and suicide, that's when I overcame mental illness. I overcame mental illness. Okay? All right? So, I know my mental illness is because I'm prejudged and hated. My mental illness is because I am prejudged and hated. I know that. Okay? Alright? So, okay, what else? I was attacked by evil after my soul entered heaven. Okay? I was attacked by evil when my soul entered heaven. Okay? Alright? So, it wasn't easy. I went into mental illness. Back then I wasn't sure what was happening because I accidentally delivered my soul to heaven. I wasn't sure what was happening. I was attacked by evil after my soul entered heaven. I went into mental illness and I was there for like 3 years. Okay? So, I didn't start fighting evil until after I increased the forces of my love and realized, so when I started figuring out that I could fight evil, so when I started fighting evil. Because I increased the forces of my love, I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? And I followed Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? And I want you to do the same thing. Alright? What else? What's going to happen is, as you remove more and more and more of your fear, you're going to remove this corruption. You'll remove the corruption out of your love. When you remove this corruption out of your love, that corruption is prejudice and hate, by the way. When you remove that corruption out of your love, you will stop prejudging and hating others. You will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? When you deliver your soul to heaven, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? Alright? Automatically, you will stop prejudging and hating others. You will know. You will know. You will know it's bad. You will know the difference between good and bad. You will know. You will know. You will know what's a sin and what's not a sin. Okay? Alright? So, I overcame everything. I overcame all my bad habits. Okay? I quit smoking. I used to smoke cigarettes. After I was attacked by evil, I quit smoking. I used a patch. It wasn't easy, but I quit smoking cigarettes. Okay? That was around the same time. That was like 12 years ago. 13 years ago. So, what else? Yeah. I was attacked by a lot of evil down through the years. I was constantly attacked by this evil down through the years, especially at work. I was constantly attacked at work. I was fired and blacklisted, never to work again, because I delivered my soul to heaven, because I'm prejudged and hated. Because I'm prejudged and hated so bad, I was fired and blacklisted, never to work again. Because I'm prejudged and hated. That caused mental illness on me. Okay? What else? Yeah. I was attacked on the job. I was on the job, and I was attacked by prejudice and hate. I was attacked on the job by prejudice and hate. Everybody I worked for hated my guts. Everybody I worked for hated me. I lived in a world of hate. I live in a world of hate. This is why I'm surviving still. And I'm fighting evil. Because I live in a world of hate. Nobody likes me. I have no friends. I live in a world of hate. Okay? All right? So what's going to happen is, as you deliver your soul to heaven, you're going to stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? And when your soul enters heaven, that means you win. Okay? That means you conquered evil. Yeah. You conquered evil and delivered your soul to heaven. When you deliver your soul to heaven, you do two things at the same time. You deliver your soul to heaven and you conquer evil. Now, when you conquer evil, the forces of your love is fighting predijudgitism and hate. When you conquer evil. Okay? All right? So, and when you deliver your soul to heaven, you're going to sense fear, hate, and love. You will sense fear, hate, and love. Okay? All right? So, yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next section of the video. Okay? All right? I'm trying to remember. Try not to forget anything. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me explain what evil is, okay? We have our evil. We have evil, okay? Evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear, right? Okay? But we have our evil, prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. We have our prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. Okay? All right? They live in fear. Okay? All right? They attack the truth from heaven. They hate heaven. And they attack the forces of love that come from heaven, which would be me, because I am the forces of love that come from heaven. Okay? All right? So, that's why I was attacked all the time. Okay? All right? So, okay? Now let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. This is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven. While delivering your soul to heaven, you'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? All right? You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? That means you'll be defending heaven. Okay? All right? Now what happens is, because you're defending heaven, this is what happens when you become unbreakable. When you become unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. When you become unbreakable. When you're unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. And when you win, heaven wins. Okay? You win every spiritual battle, and when you win, heaven wins. Okay? All right? So let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. Okay? You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? Well, the forces of that love, because you're defending heaven, the forces of that love, right? Fear is going to react against the forces of that love. And when fear reacts against the forces of that love, because Satan is the spirit of fear, fear reacts against the forces of that love, that's going to hurt their prejudicism, right? That's going to hurt their prejudicism. This is going to drive the prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This is going to drive them mad. So the forces of your powerful, unbreakable love drives them mad. And when it drives them mad, then they're going to prejudge and hate you. Okay? Then they're going to prejudge and hate you. They will prejudge and hate you and attack you with prejudicism and hate. They're going to attack you with prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate. And when they attack you with prejudgment, prejudicism, and hate, this is what they're going to attack you with. They're going to attack you with hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudicism attack. They're going to talk behind your back. They're going to blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything is your fault. Nothing you do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? That's what you get attacked by. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. Okay? All right? So, Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? You don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to say nothing. Okay? You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say nothing to them. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? That's going to keep you unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. Okay? And you don't have to say anything. Okay? Alright? You want to learn the truth I learned about Jesus Christ? I'm going to explain the truth I learned about Jesus Christ. Okay? Jesus Christ is powerful, unbreakable love. Okay? Well, the forces of his love was already fighting prejudice and hate. The forces of his love. Okay? So what happened was, because the forces of his love was powerful and unbreakable, right? Fear reacted against the forces of his love. This hurt prejudice, right? This hurt prejudice, he drove the prejudgment, prejudice and hate, evil demons, trolls and cowards. He drove them mad, right? He drove them mad. Then they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? Then they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? Now, Jesus won. Okay? Because that's what caused his crucifixion. Because they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. That's what caused his crucifixion. Okay? When they tortured him, they couldn't break him. He's unbreakable. He could not be broken. The forces of his love could not be broken. Okay? Even when they tortured him, they couldn't break him. And then when they put him on a cross, they couldn't break him. Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil. Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil. Okay? Alright? So what happened was, because Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil, that kept him unbreakable. So once he stayed unbreakable, that means he won after he died. He won after he died because his soul stayed in heaven. Okay? Well, you're going to do the same thing. Okay? Alright? So you can be a warrior for heaven. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to be a warrior for heaven. You're going to do the same thing. Okay? Alright? Now let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. That means you'll be defending heaven. Well, with the forces of that love, fear is going to react against the forces of that love. Fear reacts against the forces of that love. And it's going to hurt their prejudice. When it hurts their prejudice, this is going to drive the prejudgment, prejudice and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This is going to drive them mad. This drives them mad. Then they're going to prejudge and hate you. Okay? Alright? Now let's say you get attacked by prejudice and hate. You get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice and hate. Okay? They're going to attack you with hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudice attack. They're going to talk behind your back. They're going to blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything is your fault. Nothing you do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? That's what you get attacked by. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? Alright? That's going to keep you unbreakable. Okay? As long as you stay unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. As long as you stay unbreakable. And when you win, heaven wins. When you win, heaven wins. Okay? As long as you stay unbreakable for the rest of your life, you have to stay unbreakable now. Okay? And what that's going to do, that's going to increase the forces of your love. Okay? And when you increase the forces of your love, that fights prejudice. That fights prejudice and hate. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love. Okay? That's why it hurts their prejuditism. Okay? Now let's say the forces of your unbreakable love is driving them mad. The forces of your unbreakable love is going to drive them mad. That's driving them mad. So they're never going to leave you alone. They'll never leave you alone. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? That's going to drive them mad. What did I say? It drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives them mad. The forces of your powerful, unbreakable love is going to drive them mad. Okay? And they're never going to leave you alone. They're never going to leave you alone. That's what happened to me. They never left me alone. They never left me alone. That's when you can tell them, hey, go pound sand, go kick rocks, you know? Or you can tell them, well, you want to slay a demon? I'll show you how to slay a demon. You want to slay a demon? This is how we slay demons. You tell them, hey, you can take your prejudice and hate, and you can shove it up your, you can tell them where to stick it. Sure, that's how we slay demons around here. You want to slay a demon? That's how we slay a demon. The best way to slay a demon is to call him a demon. That is the best way to slay a demon. You call him a demon. Okay? Let's say they attack you with prejudice and hate. They're not leaving you alone. You can call them a demon. You want to know why it hurts them? Because it hurts their prejudice. The truth hurts their prejudice. What did I say? They attack the truth. They hate heaven. And they attack the forces of love that come from heaven. Okay? I know. Because I was attacked by a lot of this evil down through the years. I was constantly attacked by this evil. Constantly. I was constantly attacked by this evil. Okay? Call them a demon. Because it hurts their prejudice. The truth hurts their prejudice. That's why it's going to drive them mad. Because the truth hurts their prejudice. Call them a demon. Eventually they'll leave you alone. Because they know you're right. They know they're attacking you. And they shouldn't be. Call them a demon. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. You don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to say nothing. You don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. You don't have to say nothing. Just walk away. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Just say that to yourself if you get attacked. Okay? Alright? A good warrior never ever gives up to win against evil. They kick the crap out of evil and they deliver their soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, it's very important that you make Jesus Christ your best friend. It's very important. Okay? Making Jesus Christ your best friend is the most important thing, because he'll be there for you when you get attacked. Jesus Christ will always have your back if you get attacked by evil. I know, because I was attacked by this evil a lot. I was constantly attacked by this evil until I put this shirt on. Okay? So, they don't attack me anymore because I put this shirt on. Okay? Alright? At Jesus Christ, love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Jesus Christ always has your back. Okay? I want you to be a warrior for heaven. Okay? Alright? What did I say? Live in fear. Defend Satan. Remove your fear. Defend heaven. It's your choice. You choose which one you want, what side you want, okay? You choose what side you want. Live in fear. Defend Satan. Remove your fear. Defend heaven. Okay? I want you to be a warrior for heaven. Okay? And when you become a warrior for heaven, that means you're going to deliver your soul to heaven and you conquered evil. Okay? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Jesus Christ always has your back when you get attacked by evil. Okay? Until next week, I love you. Bye.